Jan Black pinning the ball against the post. Thibaut Courtois' top bins wonder save are just a few of goalkeepers' most impossible moments, but just how difficult are they? Well, today I linked up with Connor O'Keefe as we both attempt to recreate 7 of goalkeepers' most impossible saves. And let me just say, this video gave me a harsh reality of what it's really like to do the hardest job in football.
I think I'm just done with today, man.
So Connor has played professionally in Sweden, recently at Macclesfield Town and currently at Ashton United. He brought us down to GKHQ to attempt these recreations. We'd have me, who's a complete amateur, versus Connor. We get 5 attempts at each recreation and whoever does it best gets a point.
To be fair, I'll give you the win on that, Kieran, because that was impressive. You've done very, very, very well.
And we were greeted with torrential rain for the whole session, just to make this task that little bit harder.
But I think you're well and truly in the goalies union now. Sticker number 1 on his back.
I thought about filming this video another day, but in true goalie fashion, Connor wasn't having any of it.
This is perfect goalie weather. Might get a little bit wet when you dive in, but as goalies, we wouldn't have it any other way.
First up at level 1, we have this wonder save from Van der Sar.
Bottom hand stretch against Tottenham Hotspur. Played to the edge of the box, smashed it top bins. He's managed to pull out bottom hand, push it over the bar.
So we're starting off easy. They all get a lot harder each level. But
Easy, starting off easy. Unreal save.
this is supposed to be the easiest one, but the more I think about it, the harder it seems. So we'll give it a go. So like this, and then boom up here. First attempt. Oh.
So my second attempt was decent, but I'm sure it won't be enough to beat Connor's recreation.
Oh.
Now, on my third attempt, I pulled off this beauty. Not perfect, but it's got a chance. We just have to see how Connor gets on. And my final 2 attempts were just terrible.
That would have been it.
So this was my best effort. Now let's see how the pro gets on.
Kieran gave a good effort. I think from a goalie's perspective, this save is all about footwork and then that explosive power. Not quite as tall as Van der Sar, so might need a little bit more jump height. We'll give it a go. Ready, mate?
To be fair to Connor, the ball wasn't hitting the right spot for his first few attempts, but on his final go, he pulled off this beauty.
To be fair, it's not far off. I mean, Van der Sar's up here, I'm down here, but it's close. It's the right movement.
So just to remind you, this is what we're recreating. This was my attempt, and this was Connor's. Honestly, I think they were both pretty good, but Connor's is definitely that bit better in terms of style. Mine's a bit more of a Hollywood save, so 1 point to him. Next up, we have this incredible David Seaman save.
But he's managed to dig it out from almost nearly behind the line, behind his body.
All right, we've got a lovely angle if we wanted to pull this off. So the ball's going to come in, I'm going to be here, turn, and then just... All right, attempt number 1. And I was expecting that as well. That just shows the level of how difficult this is.
So I found this one very difficult. But on my final attempt, I did this. Not great, but at least I had something that could potentially challenge Connor's recreation. So with nothing locked in his first 4 attempts, it was down to his final try, and he pulled off this. So this was my recreation, and this was Connor's. So yeah, I think we can safely say that's another point to him. So we've got some incredible saves coming up that only get harder as we progress through the levels. But next up, we've got a save from Thibaut Courtois.
So the ball's going to come in, I'm going to try and come over, top right. First attempt, let's go. Oh.
Now this shot right here just made me realise how good this save was.
Oh my God. I mean,
There was absolutely no way I was getting to that.
I've still got 3 more attempts though, so let's see what we got.
And for the second time in a row, Cam put the ball exactly where I wanted it, but once again, there was just no chance I was getting there.
You know what? This has just made my respect for Courtois go up here. That is incredible.
And on my 5th and final attempt, I got my best recreation. Not the greatest, but we're taking it. Let's see how Connor gets on, and I think this is where the difference in abilities will be quite obvious.
So, Kieran, to be fair, very good top hand save. Let's see if I can beat it.
Now, it only took Connor 2 attempts to get a near perfect recreation. This is mine, this is Connor's. I think it's obvious who's won this one, but I am determined to get at least 1 point from this video. So next up we have this insane save where he traps the ball against the post.
Oh my word.
Yes.
He managed to trap the ball against the post with one hand.
This has got to be one of the hardest ones. It probably should be higher on the list, but the ball's going to come in from the server, trapped in the post like this. Is this even possible? I don't know. It's a wet, slippy day as well, so attempt number 1, let's go.
So nothing was sticking on my first 4 attempts.
I don't know how that's just going to slip.
I had one last chance to make this save.
Oh!
So close, but just not quite good enough. Now I've just got to hope that Connor isn't able to make the save either.
That was actually close. All right, that's my best attempt. Let's see what the pro can do.
Good attempt from Kieran, so let's see if we can give it a go. Close.
Oh, that was the one.
So neither of us were able to make this save, and to be fair, both of our best attempts were very similar, so neither of us get a point on this one. So we still have the 2 hardest saves coming up, but next we have a bit of a different one, and if I've got a chance of beating Connor at any of them, this would be it. This crazy last-ditch save.
And the fact it's bouncing as well, to time that off the line is a joke.
All right, we're going to run back from here, off the line. Attempt number 1, go. Oh.
So straight off the bat, I realised that this was going to be a messy one.
Whoa. Oh.
It's just all about sprinting as fast as you can and then sending it.
Whoa.
But on my 5th attempt, I got something decent.
Whoa. There we go. I think that was a decent attempt. See if you can do any better.
Thank you very much.
Oh.
The bounce was so fast. Right, I just need to be a bit quicker and I'll get there.
So the ball was just getting away from Connor.
Oh.
But on his 4th attempt, this happened. Really good attempt, but for me, VAR says it's over the line.
One more go. Right, last chance. Oh my days, that was hard work. Kieran, well done, mate.
So this was Connor's recreation, and this was mine. And I think I can finally say I have a point on the leaderboard. Before we move on to our 2 hardest recreations, I asked Connor what he thought was the most difficult save so far.
I think David Seaman's is really difficult, just because the reaction time is so short. But the other ones are just amazing power, explosive speed. But for me, Seaman one is probably the one that's the most difficult.
Now on to level 6. What a save this is from Joe Hart.
Wow, he headed from about 6 yards out and he somehow got a step and his full body length to not only meet it, but like flick it over the bar. Like the timing on the ball, that's a brilliant thing.
Nice and easy. Joe Hart, let's go. Attempt number 1.
I'm going to be honest, I was absolutely terrible at this one.
Wow.
It was very, very difficult. The change of direction and explosive speed was just not something I had in the locker. Luckily, Connor's also having a go.
Okay, attempt 1. Let's go.
It made me feel a lot better watching Connor let a few goals in 2.
Oh, that's the one.
But on his final attempt, he did this.
Yep.
Not quite as explosive as Joe, but it was a good effort.
Beautiful save. So I think it's safe to say he gets the point on this one. Now for our final recreation, we have this crazy save.
Right, we're on to the final one. This is probably one of the craziest one. And funny enough, it doesn't even involve the hands. It's all to do with the head. Let's go. Let's go. I just lose track of where the ball is in the air. Oh! All right, that's my recreation. Let's see how Con does.
Let's see if we can actually hit the bar. Oh my God. Not quite, bit more speed needed. Oh no! Right, 2 more goes. To be fair, the mad thing about that save is he does that and then he manages to get up and make another save, which we're not even going to try to do because it's just obscene. Unbelievable. What a great effort. I think you're well and truly in the goalies union now. Sticker number 1 on his back.